What is going on, my friends? So this is going to be my review of all gold characters from garbage to S tier. Of course, this is 100% biased, totally prejudiced, so it's perfectly fine to disagree somewhere with the ranking. We're going to start with Boraicho. My opinion, Boraicho is an A. Like, he provides some decent... or it's a B. Okay, he's a B, let's be real. He provides some decent support value at Fusion 0. He can be a decent fighter if you're able to use him properly, but the point is he cannot really stun loop, he's slow, and yeah, not one of the very best characters in the game. Bone Shaper Shinnok, another B. I mean, he's incredibly outdated, that's the best thing I can tell about him. He's incredibly outdated, with a lot of stacks of his passive he can do pretty decent damage. Generally speaking, not really one of the best characters in the game. Fujitsu's Kunjin is total garbage. If they give this passive, for instance, to a character that has tons of health, it's going to be much better. Fujitsu Kunjin, no thank you. Baraka is a C, he just has dots and that's it. Terrible fighter. Johnny Cage A-list is a B. Decent fighter, decent passive. Blood God Kotokan is a C, he has like 1 HP and he deals 2 damage. Commando Kano is like... I think he's a C again, at least he can do something like stun loop if you give him the correct equipment. Combat Cup Cassie, she can deal pretty decent damage, but no, I would put her as the beginning of the B tier, not really incredible, not really incredible. Covertops Cassie is the first S, she's useful every single game mode from Fusion 0 all the way to Fusion 10, and even if you have characters such as Combat Cup Johnny maxed out, Covertops Cassie is going to be still useful and going to Grandmaster Sub-Zero B, just like A-list Johnny Cage. In fact, A-list Johnny Cage, I'll place him here before Shinnok. Jackie is a C, nothing special. Baraka is an S. And I mean, what can I say about Baraka? His only weakness is that he's difficult to get, to max out. And everything else, perfect in any game mode, incredible. Cyrax is an A, very useful support, really useful support. Dark Lord Kotokan is a B, he's like a mid-tier gold, nothing special. Edenian Blood Kitana is an S or an A+. It is so difficult. It is so difficult. I'm going to place her as an A+. I don't think she's that good compared to Baraka, Johnny Cage, Covertops Cassie, and all the usual suspects, but she has a lot to offer. And she's one of the very best, the funniest characters to play ever. Dark Raiden is an A, I believe he's quite useful. Shang Tsung is an A+. I am not going to put him as an S. There are certain things in that character that I hate. For instance, I hate that fact that I don't know which combo end I'm going to use. It feels so bad, but it's just my opinion. It's my tier list, so on my tier list he's going to end up as an A+. Classic Noob is an A, very useful character. The problem is that he has 3 HP and he deals 2 damage, very low stats. But if you use properly, his special will deal tons of damage. His special one can be changed with specific gear. So, good character, good character. Lizard Noob is an A+, or an A, I don't know. I'm going to put him A+, because he can be useful in a lot of crypts or, let's say, survival. If your character gets killed, he can revive, so it's a useful character. Demolition Sonya, she's one of the goats that I've been using ever since I have an account. I created my account in 2017. And 7 years later I'm still using her. Her special to deals pretty good damage, and she's great support all the way from day 1 to day 3000. She's going to be there in your account. Elder God Kenshi is an A. Oopsie. Elder God Kenshi is an A. I believe he's a decent fighter. I don't really like using him, but generally speaking he's not bad, not at all. Problem is that I would like his passive to say whenever you kill the enemy, no matter how, you're going to get 1 bar of power. But yeah. Gunslinger in Black is another A. Good character. Unfortunately, his challenges don't probably for good. Flaming Fist Liu Kang. I'm sorry, he's the beginning of the B tier. I don't like Flaming Fist Liu Kang. I tried. By the way, after we had back and forth videos with the Shaolin Monk about his character, and I put a lot of efforts into trying to get to like him, but I didn't. And I tested him so many times. He's just okay, but nothing special. So. Probably the beginning of B tier, or let's say no, I don't think he's better than Gunslinger in Black. I'm not going to use him more than Demolition Sonya. Quite frankly, at the moment, I'm using him sometimes so I can get Dragon's S in normal crypt. But generally speaking, I don't even do that lately because I did like Elder and Heart. I don't really do that often normal. No, he's a B. I'm sorry. Goro is C, one of the worst characters in the game. Grandmaster Sub-Zero is a B. He can revive, or let's say cheat that, so it's cool. Hanzo Hasashi though, for many long time I have been considering him as an A+, but I do believe he's an S. The problem with Hanzo Hasashi, the only problem is that he isn't really that great at Fusion Zero. However, he's one of the characters that can be used quite easily, and after all, he's also an Ascended God, so you can get him to Fusion 15, he can do tons of that. Balance Kenshi is a B, another very useful support. Hattrick Kung Lao is a B, another very useful support. Heavy Weapons Jax is an A. I mean, he can demolish crypt fights and survival mode fights in like 2 seconds, something, so he's between B and A, but I'm going to put him in the end of the A tier. This Scorpion is a B or an A, I don't know, probably. Okay, let's put him as an A because he's a dual class character, and that's very useful. Also, he can do stun loop, pretty cool. Pyroman Satane is an S, one of the very best supports in the game, seriously one of the very best supports. In Fusion Zero, that's all you need. I don't like her being super great as a fighter because she isn't, in my opinion. She's just a little bit above average fighter, but when it comes to her supporting value, it's incredible. This Scorpion is a C, nothing special. Jackie though, Jackie is an A, one of the very underrated supports in the game. Just give those 20% power generation to your Johnny Cage and he's going to be melting bosses. Unstoppable Jason is a... okay, I'm going to put him as an A because he has regeneration special too, he's safe to use in a lot of game modes. Kintaro is a C, terrible character. Classic Jade is an A. I never liked this character, seriously. I prefer Lizard Jade every single day to Classic Jade. But Classic Jade's not terrible, just the fact that I don't really like her. Test her multiple times, not my character. Classic Scorpion is the best gold character in the game, guys. Classic Scorpion, if you put everything together, the fact that he's the best, probably the best fighter in the gold realm, the fact that he has dots, the fact that he has unblockable attacks that counter so many modifiers and towers, the fact that he's a dual class character, and the fact that he's probably the easiest character to max out makes him, in my opinion, the absolute GOAT, the best gold character in the game. All factors considered. Sindel is an A. Oh my god, Sindel is an A. She just has good special too. One of the worst new characters designed, but still, in my opinion, she's better than Kasike. Nimble Reptile is a B. I mean, he can change his special too if he corner his enemies and more. That's it. Classic Ermac is an A now or an A+. I think an A. He has his value in the beginning of the game for the first 2 or 3 months, and then you almost never use him. Unfortunately, that's the reality for Classic Ermac. He's super useful in the beginning and not that useful in the end. Classic Smoke is an S. Decent fighter, very good support. So in certain fights you definitely need him in order to pass. If you don't have Classic Scorpion, you don't pass. So yeah. Classic Sonya, you know, the problem I have with Classic Sonya is that every single time when I use her, they just tag out on me. So you need to have a way to snare. So I'm going to put her right here in the beginning of the A tier. In my opinion, this is everything that she lacks, a way to snare. Once you have a way to snare, she's pretty decent. Her special would deals insane damage. Classic Kano. Classic Kano is another guy that, I don't know, I think he's not an S, but I believe he deserves to be an A+. The same reason, like Ermac, Classic Kano is super useful in some fights, but unlike Ermac, he's going to be useful all the way from level 1 until the time when you don't need his services anymore. So yeah, I believe he deserves to be in an A+ tier. The reason why he's not an S is because he's super squishy and he doesn't deal a lot of damage, which is the problem with him. And of course, if he gets countered, he's dead. Because once again, he has 1 HP. Classic Sub-Zero is a B. If you can change his special too, that's great, but you can always use Classic and he does it better. Identical Blood Rain is an A+ in my opinion. Another super useful character. For instance, I used him recently on my main account on battle. I believe it was 180. Remember the battle where you start in the Hailspawn Tower, you start again against a Raiden that can evade your special attacks. So you cannot fear him away without using special, but if you use Identical Terrain, you can do that because he has fear without using special. That's pretty cool. Classic Melina is an A. I mean, but not in respect. Sorry. Sonya is an A+, another character that is super useful in certain fights. So to an extent that if you have her, you pass the stage. If you don't have her, you most probably don't pass the stage. So pretty great character. The reason why she's not an S is because she's an exceptional fighter, and her special 1 and special 2 don't have the best debuffs in the game, or buffs in the game. Let's go with that way. Kobujutsu Tanya is a B. Let's be real, she's incredibly outdated. The Faction Wars currently is the worst game modes that matter, and sadly for her, she's only good there. Johnny Cage is a total S, one of the very best goats, not the best. I know for some he is the best. Lizard Jade is an A+. Lizard Jade is so underrated. I recently discovered when I compared her to Johnny and Baraka, she was actually outperforming them against bosses because of the damage she deals to characters that are tagged out. So super good character. The reason why she's not an S is because she's kind of difficult to get, and she feels a little bit weird to use as a fighter. That's the best way I can describe it. I know Baraka is also difficult to get, but he's so much easier to use to an extent that you just don't care. Just tag him in and destroy everything. Plus he has sustain, Jade doesn't. But if you place her as an S, I won't be really mad, in my opinion. I'm thinking about it. You know what? Probably she can be an S, but in the end of the S tier. Probably, but it's difficult to say. Anyways, if you place her as an S, I won't be really mad. Let's, for this video, just leave her as an S. Jax, Onslaught Jax is another S tier gold. The only problem with Onslaught Jax, by the way, he's super useful at low fusion. So as long as you unlock him, you can use him. The only problem with Onslaught Jax is that he has the same disease like every other Jax in the game, that's low damage. I don't know why they decided that Jax should deal low damage in this game, but unfortunately his special 1 and special 2 don't deal the damage you expect out of a character at Fusion 10. For instance, compared to Combat Cup Johnny, the damage is like 30 or 40% lower, which feels bad. Cosplay Jack is an A+, very useful character, very versatile character. I just don't think she belongs in S. I just don't think that she has so much value to offer compared to the characters that you're currently seeing in the S tier. Kraken Reptile is a B, I mean a character without passive. Marksman Kunjin is an A, really good character. Unfortunately, another character that has 1 HP and deals 2 damage. What can you do? No, he has some kind of a sustain. If you can actually choose what you get on the combo enders, he will be straight ahead an S tier gold. But since you can't, it's so random, and I'm going to put him as a Vampirus Melina is a B. God, she literally works in just one team, more or less. That's it. Morpho Kitana is a B. She's just a support. Onslaught Fujin is an A or A+. I don't really know. I didn't use that guy that much. He just didn't appeal to me in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to place him as an A for now, just a safe bet. We have the Master Soul Ermac, who is probably bottom tier A. Useful character, you can start with X-Ray easily and give shield to your teammates. Warlock Quan Chi is an A, one of the very best supports in the game, super useful in any team. Takeda is a B, nothing special, he has good special too, more or less, that's it. Noxious Reptile is a B, just a support. The Scorpion I'll place as an A, the same reason why I would place Demolition Sonya. You would use him even when you have maxed out account and he can do stun loop, that's everything that you need. Pharaoh Ermac is a B. Melina is a C, one of the worst characters in the game, unfortunately. Osetsu Kenshi is a B. Stun Double Johnny Cage is an A. Super underrated character, but very good at the same time. Sector, I think that he's on bottom tier A, probably. Shaolin Kunjin is a B, he's just support. This Kung Lao is a B. Jason is an S. A lot of people disagree on Jason, but guys, Slasher Jason is an incredibly useful character to have. Even at Fusion 0, he's exceptionally useful. This guy is garbage, I'm sorry. I absolutely hate this guy. A guy that boosts bronze characters. Even if bronze characters are so boosted, you never use them because they suck. They don't even have special 3, so they're not fun to use. Anyways, Smoke Triborg is an A. Spectra Ermac is garbage, literally one of the worst passives in the game. Strongwind Devora is a C. I mean, you can pull out some great stuff with her by getting those juicy debuffs. Sun God Kotokan is a B. The same reason why, actually, I don't know, I have to be consistent, so he's going as an A because of the fact that he gives this 30% attack boost. Tactical Sonya is an C tier, not really incredible. Then I got Raiden is a B, probably top tier B character, he's just average. Sub-Zero Triborg is an A, just like all the other Triborgs. Treacherous Tanya is an A, she's pretty useful. Tremor though, Tremor is an A+, I really like Tremor. I use Tremor so much on my beginner account and he never disappoints. Of course he's not perfect, this is the reason why he's not in the S tier, and I know that not all characters in S tier are perfect, but you have to be great in almost every single game mode, or at least to excel in 2 of the 3 game modes in order to be S. Tremor doesn't excel anything anywhere, he's just very good in certain fights, and generally speaking he's a great assassin and gives a lot of value to your account, but I wouldn't praise him as an S. He's just not a good fighter. So in a way he's just tag in and tag out type of character. Cassie is a C, not really incredible. This Shinnok is, let's say, B, but the top of the B, and Venomous Devourer is again a B. So this is my tier list, guys. Like, I know probably some of you will be not happy about Classic Sonya and Elder God Kenshi, but they're just not my characters. I tried them multiple times. I don't like how Classic Sonya plays without special one, without any snare that pulls the enemy, pushes the enemies away from her. I don't like that. When it comes to Elder God Kenshi, he just feels slow, and I would never use him compared to, let's say, Johnny or any other great goat such as Hanzo Hasashi. He doesn't really feels good. He can be a very useful support though if you have other Elder Gods, but generally speaking, I don't like him. Alright guys, so this is going to be all for you today. Please let me know whether you agree with me, whether you disagree with me, and have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.
Perfect.